Hello and welcome to the Sports on Pulse. I am Gary Al Smith, and the media is always accused of having a short lifespan, short memory, and so for issues like May 9, we are also accused of brushing over the issues and then not going further. But today we want to drag the discussion a further day beyond May 9th. And former Kotoko chairman Herbert Mensah has been accusing the government and sports authorities of neglecting families of the victims. He was speaking as we all mark the 15th anniversary of the passing of more than 120 people at the Accra Sports Stadium in a game between Accra Heart of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. After we listen to him, we will come and ask the man in charge of the trust fund that was created what has happened to that money.
The May 9th occasion is now a date in our calendar. The beauty of what we do with May 9th is that we integrate with the families. As you see, for 15 years, we've not had any political recognition, any political assistance. We've not had proper association with the Football Association. The people who are in authority who should know better have shown that they do not know better. The people who should have had greater concern for the families, not their political images, have shown over the years that they are not worth the positions in which they sit. The people who matter are the people who are here today. The people who matter are the families of whom we give respect to year in and year out, and we ensure the world does not forget.
Scathing words from Herbert Mensah, who is not afraid to share his opinion at any point in time. So we'll do the analysis. Has government neglected its responsibility to the families of the victims of the May 9 disaster? In studio with me is the administrator of the Accra Sports Stadium Disaster Trust Fund. His name is Christopher Annan. Many thanks for your time, sir.
Welcome.
I can see you're having some documents there. Very interesting. Now, there's a perception, and yesterday some guys were even in studio, one from Heart, one from Kotoko, saying that they want to see more from the state and in terms of how much is being done for the victims. What's the story? It's been 15 years.
Yes. Immediately the incident happened, May 9, 2001, the government of Ghana responded spontaneously by appealing for funds from both within and outside, among Ghanaians, residents in Ghana and Ghanaians outside, also responded positively to the appeal. The monies received were put in a trust fund, and there was a deed to the trust fund. One perception that people say the families are not being catered for, during the appeal, people donated perishable commodities and milk, rice, maize, Milo, what have you. Those things were shared to the families. Immediately they were received, they were shared.
Sure.
Immediately after the fundraising, those things ceased to come.
Sure.
Right. But the monies were lodged at Bank of Ghana in the trust, and there was a trust deed. The deed was specific. It was for the educational needs of the children of the victims, not their families.
Okay.
Educational needs of the children of the victims, not their families. So the child right from kindergarten, because three of them were posthumously born.
Okay.
When the parents have three of them.
So that means the mothers were pregnant at the time.
At the time
the father died.
The father died.
Okay.
Yes. So we have taken care of them up till today. And as we speak, initially there were 148 of them. 3 were already out of school.
Okay.
Now the deed says we should look after them up to age 21 or when they finish senior high school. But in the course of the operations of the trust, the fund, we realized that some of the children are doing extremely well. And you cannot just terminate
abandon them
after senior high school. So those who can continue to universities, tertiary, we sponsor them. 7 have already completed. 6 are in tertiary institutions. University of Ghana, University of Professional Studies, Cape Coast University, Sunyani Poly, Kumasi Poly, and Accra Poly. Those in the tertiary institutions, we give them laptops. We provide them with laptops so they will be comfortable to aid their learning. We give them money every semester, pocket money, for them to be able to commute and also do photocopying. And so we all know what goes on there. Then we pay their tuition and we pay the hostel fees for them. Those in secondary school, we pay according to the bill that is submitted, because the bills vary from school to school. Whilst you may be spending 450 cedis on one person in per term, the same person and another person in another school, you may be spending about 600 or 650. So that one varies from student to student and from school to school. Those in basic school, government who provided the funds has schools. So automatically, when he wants to give you scholarship, you go to his school.
So that is to say they are attending Saito schools. In local parlance.
In local parlance, okay. But in reality, yes, it is not the situation.
Okay.
Because government basic school, you pay just about 50 cedis. Now, if you take the child to the international school, you know it varies.
Sure.
The sky is the limit. Yes. So now, every term, we give them 333 cedis. So if the school fees is more, then you top up.
Okay.
This is where the parents don't tell the children the truth. So he goes to pay the 333. Then when he's hard up to make the top up, he say, "Oh, the money has not come."
Okay.
The money has not come. Instead of explaining that, look, you are supposed to pay 50 cedis. You have been given 333. So I have to pay the balance. I don't have the money. The difference, I don't have the money.
That's a fantastic point. I mean, it goes to show that some of the stories we may be hearing, and honestly, it's our job to check individually. Right. But quick one, how much was realized from the initial effort that was taken to the Bank of Ghana? Yes. How much was gotten?
Yes. Yesterday, some asked, said there's an audited account to be submitted to the minister. And after that, it will be published for all to see.
But it's been 15 years, so we should know.
Yes, 15 years.
Yes, but it should have been out by now.
It should have been out by now, but actually, it will be out maybe in this few weeks.
That's a question that
keep on.
Yes, because it's been 15 years.
I don't want to.
You have been disbursing money.
I can tell you what the fund has now.
What does it have now?
From the beginning. Now, on top of my head, I can say 476,000 cedis.
476,000 cedis.
Yes, on top of my head.
That is 4.7 billion. Yes. 100,000.
No. Let's do it. We don't use billions. Let's talk.
Yeah, that's what
Ghana
I'm saying.
cedis.
Yes, Ghana cedis. 476,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. That's for the benefit of. I mean, some people can't comprehend. Yes. So that's 4.7 billion. Yes. But so the trust fund. Let me get 476,000 Ghana cedis. That's fine.
And let me tell you how it operates.
Yes.
Since the inception,
yes,
it has not been capitalized.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
So the money is in Bank of Ghana treasury bills.
Yes.
So
it's growing.
It's growing. That is how it has. Yes. So it is the investment income.
Yes.
That has been mostly.
But then let me ask a question.
Yes.
If we have this amount of money, this is no small amount of money. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't be giving the kids 333. If we are taking them to private schools, I believe that we can. No, I know. How many kids are there? You said 77 are being catered for.
Yes.
If we do simple mathematics, 77, and even we give each of them 1,000 cedis to complete their education every term, I think that the government is doing, or whoever is in charge of this fund, is doing these kids a big disservice by giving them only 300 cedis.
No, not at all. Not at all. You see, the expenses that goes into the secondary,
yes, you
shouldn't look at it as if the children are completing school there just this year.
Sure.
The fund must run to the next. In fact, it should have run up to 2025, but now it has to run up to 2026.
Okay.
Because one of the kids have been repeated.
Okay.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, none of them should have been in primary school by now. but there's one child who is in primary 6.
Yes.
So he will be moving
okay.
on.
But
no, I know where you are coming. You let me.
Yes, please do.
So, we do the projections and the inflation, and you think of how things will be moving. And let me tell you, some of the things that we say that, it is free. I should have brought some of the bills for you at the secondary level. Yes. You see how it is going.
That's fine. Those are incremental costs. Fine.
Yes.
But
and we have taken those things into consideration.
Fine.
And you let me. Yes. All that you are interested in that.
Yeah, we want to know how much it is.
Them more. Then we will come to the welfare aspect of it.
Sure.
Visit them at school, check. It is not just paying school fees, because my kids, my own kid, I will not just pay school fees every time and sit down.
Yes.
I have to visit, find out how the child is doing in school. Would the child be able to make it and move on? If the child cannot, what do you have to do for the child? This year, some who we realized that they needed extra help, they needed extra books to make it, we've provided, we've paid for them. So it is not just paying.
But that's fine. I don't dispute that.
I agree.
I don't dispute that. However, what I'm saying is
every year
we have 476,000 lying down. So
it is not lying down.
No, it isn't. It's accruing interest and all that.
But the interest may not. For instance, there was a point that when we have to give the laptops, there are 6 of them.
Yes.
So we have to go and discount.
Yes. No, but these are small amounts.
It is not.
No, they are small amounts. There is no laptop in this Ghana that anybody would need at the university level that they will need, and that a fund like that should buy. That will cost even more than 3,500 cedis. There's no laptop like that. 3,500 cedis. You get my point?
Yes.
Yeah, you can get a laptop for 1,500, 2,000. My point is that
we should give them more.
No. You said there are 6 people, 6 laptops.
No, I'm telling you, Yes. You see, when after you've paid fees, and you want to still have to cater for the kids.
Yes.
And the interest has not, the bills have not.
Let me.
That is where the discount comes in.
Let me explain something.
Yes, please.
I'm a beneficiary of a trust fund. Circumstances is, an aunt passed on, and I'm a beneficiary of a trust fund. So when it comes to trust fund, I am extremely aware of how much it is. If you have, I need to take a pen and paper to just calculate, but I can easily find out how much the initial amount was.
Yes, easily.
Yes, I can. So easily. Just tell us how much it is, because
I can't not tell you out of on top of my.
But this is something you should have at your fingertips.
Because I made up my mind, I just decided to. You see, when it comes to financial matters.
Yes.
I just don't go.
No. But this shouldn't be a problem.
Because this is something that we think publishing.
Yes, but it's a public information.
You asked me the initial 15 years of water, I can get it for you.
No, but you say you are the secretary and welfare manager of the trust fund. Yes. I mean, this is something you should know of head.
I don't want to give you a figure when we are talking mathematics.
Give me in the region of how much it was. Oh. How much did Ghanaians put in the trust fund? Because it was Ghanaians who put there.
If it is now, we say around 200, a little over 200,000
Ghana cedis.
But that time,
yes,
some of the monies were used to pay the victims, those who actually died, the cost of their funeral and burial and so on. Those were one-time payments.
Sure.
I know there were others.
So after all those things, how much was put into the trust fund?
That is what I have to.
No problem. We have time.
Yes.
We have time. However, I mean, Mr. Christopher Annan is the man in charge of the trust fund that was created. And so we'll follow this story because every year we get complaints that, from some of the people who died, the families of some of the people who died, that they are not being taken care of as much as they think they should. Yesterday, the sports minister and GFA president Kwesi Nyantakyi both put their reputations on the line to say that this was not the case. And because we had an interview also with Mr. Christopher Annan at the stadium, this is a matter we are following. But it shouldn't be difficult, and we promise we'll follow these stories.
Let me quickly chip in something.
Sure.
What they don't understand is that the fund was not set up to look after the families.
No, we are talking about
Yes,
the kids.
yes, only the kids. And the
Which
kids-
makes it
the
even,
kids-
for me,
yes.
which makes it even easier. Because we are
yes,
not taking care
yes,
of families.
No families, only the kids.
Yeah.
So when they say we are not taking care of families, they say, no. It is the kids, and all of them are being catered for.
But we hope that when we follow up,
yes. Oh,
the information will be available.
it will be available.
No,
Readily, readily available.
And I want to put it to you that it doesn't have to go to the sports minister and be audited before you put
No
it out.
problem, no worries.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
All right. Wow, that's a strong, great. Christopher Annan is the administrator, and I'm Gary Alsmith. This has been